I watched the movie. Man, you had some really good scenes in this. It's like super emotional too.
Yeah, yeah, I did. It was challenging. It was interesting.
So, like, are you super excited to? Are you going to go to Miami for the premiere?
Yeah, for Miami, I'm going to the premiere soon, I think in I'm leaving on Friday, which as of this recording is in 2 days.
Right.
And we've got a it's going to be in a very beautiful theater. It's going to be in the Olympia Theater, and we're trying to fill as many seats as we can. I'm gonna I think there's gonna be a red carpet, and we went and we got a real suit that we didn't just order off of Amazon this time. And there's gonna be a Q&A afterwards, I think. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's going to be super exciting, man. Man, like especially Q&A, like in front of all the
Yeah.
people. Yeah, yeah. So, like, I imagine you are just super busy with the show, and all. Like, what made you want to sort of tackle this movie?
Yeah, so I've been doing the neighborhood for since I was 6 or 7,
Yeah.
I'm 14 now, so that's like half my life. Um, but the show, I think it was around like the fifth season or maybe the sixth season. But obviously the show is great. I love doing the show. The show is it's a super comfortable job. Everyone there is extremely nice. It's just a very nice like family dynamic. And um it's yeah, every the formula is simple now. But um and what I'm about to say is not is not discrediting the show at all, but it you do that for like 5 or 6 years in a row, and I got a little bored. And things were like I would get auditions for super cool projects that I would do the audition, I would get a call back, and I would almost book them. And then the neighborhood would like they would film it, the schedules would overlap, and then I couldn't do them anymore. And so we like me my parents and my manager went to my agents, and we were like, we've been doing this for a while now. It's starting to get a little repetitive, so can you send some like maybe indie stuff our way, some more like feature films and stuff like that. And that's like not long after that they sent the audition for Ethan Bloom. And that's how we got that. And I wanted to do something maybe a little more dramatic, just something different to shake it up a little.
Yeah, change it up. Yeah, I mean, it is totally not totally different, but yeah, I mean, like some of those scenes are super like emotional. Yeah, and you were great.
Thank you. Yeah, I was surrounded by a lot of very experienced people. There's there's really only one other kid in the movie who is prominently featured. So it was a real learning experience, being around all these, like Josh Molina is amazing. Rochelle, she helped me a lot. There's a super emotional scene with her, where I have to give a big monologue, and I remember she like when we sat down in the room, she just said straight on to me, I'm doing this however you want to do this. Dramatic, serious scenes. Some people like to talk in between takes. Some people don't want to talk at all. Whatever you're doing, I'm cool with.
So going from like the neighborhood where you're like in this big ensemble to filming this where you're like first on the call sheet. It's got to be like, did you feel like a huge responsibility, like any pressure?
I mean, yeah, it was that was one of the first things we realized was the neighborhood is very relaxed. Like I said, we've been doing it for 7 years now. And But when we got there, I think, well, the first we got there and there was like 3 days of preparations. But once shooting started, well, obviously I'm in every scene except for like two. So I definitely had that over my head, but it didn't bother me. We found a way to basically my schedule for filming was we would wake up at whatever time. Sometimes the call times were um super easy, and then sometimes they were like 6:30 in the morning. Um, but and so we would film the scenes for that day, and then I would go home. My mom was there with me, and we would memorize. They would send the next set of scenes they were shooting for tomorrow, and then we would memorize those. We would just get off book with those, and then we would go to bed and wake up and repeat. But like I think my mom said, the first thing we realized was if we didn't show up, they couldn't shoot. Like the thing with playing Grover on the neighborhood is that he's like, I'm only in like 4 scenes per episode. So I mean, I could be like I mean, we try to be on time, obviously, be on time, but if I'm 10 minutes late, or if I'm they could just swap, they could just do something else. Like there's enough of the show that isn't Grover that they have the ability to just kind of be versatile. But with Ethan Bloom, we had to be, if no one could do anything until we were there. I mean, you can like set up filming equipment and stuff, but you can't really start to make serious progress unless I'm on the set. So we did figure out a way to, like I said, we figured out a way to take it scene by scene. Um, I mean, this is my process that I like. I'm sure every actor has their own thing. Like some people can probably get off book, get an entire script off book, and the script wasn't that long. It's only like 90 pages, but yeah, that's how we dealt with that.
You've got some like fantastic like comedic co-stars on The Neighborhood. It's like watching them work for all these years. Is there stuff that you brought from watching and sort of learning to the film?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the
Because I mean, you've got some
film,
really good comedic moments too. I mean, like
yeah,
laugh out loud stuff. Yeah.
the film is funny. It's not all just serious. Basically, yeah, the movie is a sum of all my experience, and I've learned a lot about acting just by doing it, just by seeing other people act and being funny. You take all that in. I mean, this it's like the scene is in your partner, so you kind of analyze what they're doing subconsciously.
This is the last season of your show. Are you like actively looking for projects like this to keep on going?
I definitely would like to keep doing projects like this. We're not actively looking. I mean, you don't really, unless you're like Tom Hanks, I guess. You don't really like I still audition. So we just do the auditions when they come in, and but I would definitely, like, I love the neighborhood. Uh I love doing Ethan Bloom, and I would definitely really like to do more projects like that. I've only I'm not that like I've been doing this for a while, but these are like my only like two real like roles I've had on things. Like I've had guest starring roles on other things, but The Neighborhood and Ethan Bloom are probably my two biggest um feats, I guess, or accomplishments so far. But the industry's kind of slowed down ever since the writer's strike. Auditions definitely are coming in on a way less frequent basis than they used to come in. But But yeah, I would love to do more. I acting is super I love acting and I think I'm going to be acting for um the foreseeable future. So, yeah, I definitely.
Nice. And finally, so what would your advice, like if a younger actor, younger kid came up to you and said, "Hey, what should I do?" Like, what's your advice for younger actors?
I can give a lot of first of all, I'm not an acting teacher. This is but there are people who are better teachers than others, but there's kind of a difference between like industry advice and then acting advice because there's like what you do from like a business perspective and then what do you do to improve at acting. But I think for young actors, auditioning is a huge part of it. So auditioning advice is like per, this might sound super obvious, but understand what you're saying. Like for a really long time I just didn't do this and didn't even like register that I was doing it. But sometimes you get a line and you don't know what it means, but you have to understand what you're saying because if you don't understand what you're saying, there's nothing behind the line. And even if some auditions provide like the whole script alongside the sides you have to do, so you can read those if you want to if you want to read the script, you can get context by that. But if you don't have it, you should, I mean, should do whatever you want. But I like to come up with some kind of plot. Like it doesn't have to be anything super complex or you don't have to make up the whole story in your head, but definitely if there's something you're not getting, come up with a backstory for what's happening if you don't know what it is. It doesn't have to be right. You don't have to guess what the plot is. But yeah, auditions suck basically. There is no sugarcoating it. But if there was a better way, we probably would have found it by now. Um, but just oh, and there's auditioning coaches you can get. But yeah, I think that's definitely get comfortable with auditions because you're going to be doing them a lot. I've been doing them for the last 7 years,
Yeah, yeah, I
and
feel
I'm
you on
still
that one.
not comfortable with them. They're not very fun.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. Yeah, really good job on the film, and I hope it does well. And I hope you have a great time in Miami.
Yeah, thank you.